try to run full-time in the ARCA Remax Series and make some Busch Series starts as well. Great break for the driver from Lebanon, Pennsylvania, who's won at Daytona several times. Riding with Christy Passmore. Look, she's getting freight trained here on the high side. Christy Passmore gives up 4 positions. She's back to 8th now, in trouble. Payne gets dumped into the inside wall. That's Brad Payne. And we will get a caution, no doubt. Yellow flag waving here at Salem. Brad Payne got turned coming off of turn 2. The concrete wall on the inside, pretty unforgiving here at Salem. Front end parts under there. Here's a look at it. He's alongside Christy Passmore.
He was just sideways. Yeah, he got sideways himself. He lost it himself. Never got touched.
The way he came around, I thought certainly he must have had some help, but it turned out that he had that happen to him all by himself.
Yeah, and I'm looking to see who was running behind him. I thought, okay, Billy, what'd you do? Billy never touched him.
Billy Venturini back in 10th position. So Payne fires up the Tell City Pretzels Ford, rolls it around toward pit road. We'll sneak in a quick timeout and be right back at Salem. There's Kimmel, your leader, outside Buckley. We said Buckley was 18th, last car on the lead lap. Make him the first car, 1 lap down. Kimmel setting sail tonight at Salem Speedway. No surprise there. Ross is second. We'll be back. Kimmel's in trouble. Frank Kimmel in the wall. Frank Kimmel and Mike Buckley in the wall in turn 1.
Oh, man. Brian Ross was involved. Kimmel was involved.
The 70 car is down there. Kimmel pulls away. We were going to go to commercial break, but I believe we've kept it back here at Salem for you. We'll sort all this out. We will take a timeout. The right-hand side of Kimmel's car badly damaged. So the race leader, the 4-time series champion, in huge trouble. We'll be back. They've stopped once. They're sending him back out without losing a lap. Here's a look at it. It was actually the 30 car. Mike Buckley got caught up in it, but the 30, first-time driver from Canada, Terry Jones from Ontario, as Frank was lapping by him, turned up into him, it looked like.
Oh, look at Mike Buckley up and over the top, over the side of Frank Kimmel.
And Kimmel managed to get the car, keep it running. Here's Kimmel to the inside. Another look, and the 30 car just turned down in front of it. You can see it clearly there.
Yeah.
Terry Jones just cut down on Kimmel. Buckley almost got launched out of the ballpark.
Well, I got to tell you, actually, by Buckley hitting Kimmel, it saved Frank Kimmel's car from hitting the wall so hard.
This is what we were seeing as we were going to commercial break. We saw the smoke from the in-car camera of Kimmel, and that's what tipped us off that there was the big wreck down in turn 1. Don Radebaugh. Allgaier 3rd, Todd Boucher 4th, another 0.8 of a second back. Mark Gibson is 5th. Jason Jarrett, Brett Sherman, Randy Van Zandt, Alex Whitman in trouble.
Yeah, it's trouble.
Down the front straightaway, the 38 car, David Boggs.
David Boggs, again, he got in front of the leader. The leader almost wrecked. He got into David Boggs.
Shelby Howard gets by. Review mirror. That's Allgaier in the 86 in 3rd spot. Brian Ross may have a problem. Here he is, off of 4 in the red car. Boggs off the gas. Oh boy, look at Ross lock up the tires.
Holy smokes. Yeah.
Just missed hitting him, and that gave Shelby Howard all the room he needed to get by. And the 24 of Weber got by too. That's what it was. Boggs cracked the outside wall at the pit gate. Salem is a tough racetrack, and Boggs is on pit road in that 38 car. There's Todd Boucher. Now he's gotten by Ross, so Ross evidently has a problem. This is for 3rd spot. Todd Boucher's moved to 3rd in the 21.
Good run for Todd Boucher, running 3rd.
Now, would Brian Ross have flat-spotted tires, squeezing the brakes out hard?
Definitely, especially the way he slammed on the brakes there.
Oh, trouble on the backstretch. Big wreck up in the going into turn 3. A couple of cars get together. The 80 car, Rick McMillian. Darrell Basham in the 34. Brad Smith in the 26. Basham's car is damaged. And we are under caution on lap 88 tonight. Going down into turn 3. Strange night so far here at Salem. First, Frank Kimmel was leading, gets wrecked in turn 1. Brian Ross is leading. He has to stand and bend the brake pedal and gives up the lead and may have flat spotted a tire. We'll be back.
Left front, flat tire in the left front. You can see it. Left front tire's flat.
Todd Boucher's second. Howard has built now a 2-second advantage, so Gibson probably will have to stop. 78 to go tonight here at Salem. And then goes away. He loses the left front tire. He's going to have trouble keeping that car off the wall.
Yeah, Mark Gibson's definitely got to come down pit road here. He's got a flat tire.
Didn't get to go down pit road that time. He will have to stay on the racetrack. Drops down off the pace. We stay green. Boggs at the 38 going by, and you can see the left front with no air left. Tough break for Mark Gibson out of Winder, Georgia. Solidly in the top 5 and had that problem. You could see the car's handling just go away a couple of moments ago. And he will bring the Williams Brothers lumber machine down pit road. Leader continues to be Shelby Howard, going for 2 straight here at Salem after winning in the spring. And caution.
Oh, wreck.
Trouble in turn 4. Big wreck. Is that Andy Belmont?
Yes, it is Andy Belmont. And Brent Sherman.
Brent Sherman involved as well up in turn 4. Caution again on lap 125. So Sherman and Belmont, who are running 4th and 5th, tangle. I'm not sure Sherman got in the wall. We'll see. Belmont back running with no smoke showing. But there was a huge cloud of smoke in turn 4, and the caution is waved once again. More of the ARCA Rematch Series after this. The Hendrick team's going to supply motors for the new Hall of Fame organization, and you do some business with Hendrick
Motorsports, and they thought it'd be a good match. And you know, they told Alex Whitman that I should say NASCAR told him he needed to run some ARCA races, and they wanted to get hooked up with a good ARCA team. And you know, we're not really in the business of
and caution again. Trouble again on the speedway.
Brent Sherman.
Who was just involved in that incident with Andy Belmont. He has wrecked hard over in turn 2. So with 64 laps remaining tonight, yet another caution.
Well, I got to tell you, I'm sitting here and I'm watching all of this. The points battle is definitely changing. You know, Billy Venturini's down 20 laps. Brent Sherman wrecks. You know, Mark Gibson's down a lap right now. It looks like Jason Jarrett and Kimmel are the only 2 that are going to come out smelling good. With the 3 races remaining in the season, things could change dramatically. We'll be back at Salem. It's been a pretty event-filled evening, I got to tell you that. Nobody is sitting. Down in turn 1 and 2. Kimmel's underneath them right now. Side by side, 3 wide for the lead. Frank bounces off 2 cars. No! Shelby Howard turns Kimmel into the wall. That was not his fault. Oh, man. Frank Kimmel tried to barge through the middle there. It did not have enough room. Howard got into him, couldn't help it. And the 46 car into the wall for the 2nd time tonight. And that should do it. Although Kimmel is able to restart the car, he's broken the radiator, I know. Here's another look. And Bill Venturini, you can't see from this angle exactly what we saw looking up from turn 3. Howard on the outside there looks as though he did come down and turn the 46 around. But when we look at the other version, everyone was bouncing off of everyone. Yeah. You know, not this shot either. The 38 of David Boggs, way slow and in the way of the leaders. He was down on the inside, but he was up a little higher maybe than he could have been. Here's the look down the backstretch. Okay, well, Frank hits Shelby there. Then he bounces off the 38 car. And Shelby was turned. Shelby did come down, but I think he was just correcting from being bounced off the first time. That's what I thought. I have to admit that's what I'm sure from Frank's seat it looked. I'm sure from Frank's seat and Bill Kimmel's seat. And here's from the 46, the in-car camera. You get a sense of the impact into the wall. The car was lifted off the ground. Here's one more look. All right, Frank hits Shelby. Shelby sideways now. Gets it straight. Then he bounced off the 38. And there's the impact. They were still. Boy. I think Howard was out of shape. It was still out of shape from bouncing off him, right. Yeah. He was still trying to correct the car, but you're not going to convince Frank Kimmel of that. No. And if I was Bill Kimmel, you couldn't convince me of that either. Well, they were all going for the same piece of real estate, and it's very small back there. Howard somehow managed to avoid getting into the wall himself when Kimmel went up in the line. Trouble in 1. You're right, Bill Venturini. There's going to be a caution. 3 cars have wrecked in turn 1 with 7 laps to go. One of them is the 66, the 06 of Thiel. And it looks like Mark Gibson is up there as well. The 6 car in the wall. That is the car of Johnny Leonard from Fort Myers, Florida. The 06 of Jimmy Thiel, who was up in 7th spot. So Thiel in the 06 coughs up a great run, too. We'll be back at Salem. And here's the big wreck that took out Kimmel as he was going for the lead. Despite the earlier wreck, they had fixed the car. He and Shelby Howard got together, and the 46 hard into the wall. And now, our most recent caution, Mark Gibson, Jimmy Thiel, and a host of others tangling up in turn 2. Don Radebaugh, Mark Gibson had an excellent night going until that. Well, that's nothing new.